Yeah, so let's talk about what we witnessed, right? So you witnessed the capitulation. Usually it's a more than a 1 day process, but the importance is that UVXY did its job perfectly, right? You had the blow off top in the UVXY that gave you incentive to dip your toe in for a rally in the market, right? And that once you trigger the short covering, remember, guys like me have been victimized by staying short too long. That's why I said this is where I'd be covering down there at 337 on the cues, right? So now tomorrow, if the market's down again, now I got no reason to complain because I'm flat for real. I got zip going on. I wouldn't be long UVXY, short UVXY, I wouldn't be long SV. I would be 100% cash right now. You learned a lot. What happened today? Today was the most, um, again, I could take today and turn it into 8 different seminars. That is how important today was. Everything I've ever taught anybody about the markets and VWAP all happened all in 1 day. That's how extraordinary today was. You had which is, I didn't think you'd get a capitulation. Sorry, I thought you'd get capitulation. I didn't think it would turn into a full blown rally like we did. But that's what the beauty of watching UVXY is all about. UVXY said, nah, you're right, buddy. You might get a full blown rally, even though you're not expecting it. And then UVXY also reminds you to shut the fuck up, stop thinking. Is the UVXY going down? Yes. What do we do when UVXY is going down? We buy the TQQ. Shut up and stop thinking about it. That's how you trade. Stop thinking, do. Stop thinking. Thinking got me in a lot of trouble today. Overthinking my trades, overthinking. The easiest trades were, VWAP break, push button. And when you look back at today and you start looking at all the charts, especially Roblox, what did I say was going to close? $70. But we still have 22 minutes. UVXY is telling you that we have a chance to completely wipe out the entire sell-off. But again, with the enormous move we've had off the lows is going to suck now for the next couple of days because now we actually have to consolidate this quote unquote rally off the lows. So tomorrow would have been a lot easier if we wouldn't have rallied so much today. Tomorrow, if we would have gapped down, it would have been nice and cool. UVXY would have been up slightly, a little fear left over, and then we would have broke VWAP. UVXY would have went red, and we would have started buying everything in sight. I didn't think we'd get this enormous rally, but that goes to show once the short squeeze kicks in and the algos kick in, it's just if then statements. So if then more buying. And then if you get to the next level, it triggers more buying. And then it just becomes trip wires and circuit breakers to the upside. One thing about today is normally I'd be getting, today was probably one of the worst days I've had in, 30 years by far because I didn't come in with the position I was planning on coming in with. But look, if you bought on the pivot when UVXY had the blow off top and you bought the cues, what do you care about what you did or should have done or didn't do? Or it was all rectified throughout the day. By the way, Roblox is now up to $71. AFRN's 57. Qs are 60 cents away from going green. And I'm sure there's people out there saying, but the guy said that the market was going to crash. Yeah, it did. It did crash and then it recovered all in one day. Isn't it awesome? It did crash, Blanche. It did. What part weren't you watching? I was off by a couple of points. I mean, the sickest thing in the world is that my idea of 328 on the cues almost hit. I thought maybe 328, give me Apple, Google, Amazon, Tesla after they report and we're still negative, would probably get smacked down at 328. We almost got there today. I mean, I thought this would take 3 or 4, maybe a week and a half to do. So, again, then does this make me more bullish or less bearish or more bearish? Neither. I have zero feeling of the market right now because everything I thought was going to happen all happened today. So now we go back to day trading. What's IBM doing? Let's get involved. What's Halliburton doing? Let's get involved. That's it. So commentary, useless. Opinions, garbage. None of it matters. You do what the market tells you to do. And that's how you make money during the volatile market that we're having right now. Go back to the basics. Stock under VWAP, breaking VWAP, buy it. Sell into the move, raise your stops. It's the same day. And look what happened today, my friends, ladies and gentlemen, and YouTubers, Money Map Press, whoever the hell's listening to me right now. It turned out that this day, as insane as it was the same exact day as every other day. It was just a bigger move. Gap down, they sold it off. First we tried to rally, then we rolled. It got scary. Then it got scarier, but then we turned. You didn't know it was the turn until the UVXY started to fall, and then we started breaking VWAP across the board on every stock. It's the same day. It's the same day every single day. It really is. So when you look back at this day, and we watched the video clip of me crying at the beginning of the day, counting the money I should have made, if I just would have shut the fuck up and traded the way I normally trade, this day would have been glorious. But I sat there wallowing in my own misery. It was that 9-minute window where I really was sobbing that it all turned around, right? I had to take a couple of losses on the TQQ, and then I nailed it. 49.36 entry. SVXY, 49.20. That was my favorite. 49.20 on SVXY. I wish it would have, again, obviously if I would have held the Roblox in a firm, this is a whole different story. But look at what just happened here, kids. Look at what just happened here. 1750 gets hit by UVXY and it pops 75 cents. Look at the market. There's no bid here. There is no bid on the market. In a snap, there's no bid. No bid. Tomorrow's going to be just as pivotal as today, my friends. And I'm telling you right now, if you're bullish, you want the market to gap down tomorrow. Let it find itself like it did today and rally organically. You don't want to gap up. So what's up, everybody? Yeah, you're looking at a guy who blew the biggest trade of his life. Hi, remember me? I was talking about how the market was going to crash. Yeah, how you doing? You know what I wound up doing? Getting out the open. Champ. So I want you to remind me the next time I say I'm the best trader on earth, I want you to respond, shut the up. I was the best trader on earth. I would have came in with my exact position that I had from 2 weeks ago, and I would have made $2.1 million. I made 818 bucks. And then I sat there crying about it for 40 minutes. And I'm talking to my YouTube friends. And then I blew it. And speaking of blowing, I'll be at exit 58 off the Garden State Parkway if anybody wants to be serviced, because that's all I'm worth. I went from a glorious trader to a glory hole trader. So if anybody needs some loving. There's a line forming. Oh, man. Today was like a combination of the worst day of my life, and then it actually, once the smoke starts to clear, I'm like, all right, you know what? This wasn't as bad as it could have been. It's just, it should have been a really phenomenal day. Oh no, I sold the UVXY. I mean, I didn't sell it all at the open, but I came in and I sold it. Finally, it's back to where I sold it. I sold 1762 at the and then the first pop to like 18 and change I sold. I got long the TQQs a little prematurely. I had to take a couple of beatings, and I made it all back and then some, but then I didn't let it ride because I was just too busy wallowing in misery and licking my wounds. Look at that chop, man! This is all happening in like in these are month-long moves that are happening in 5 minutes. I remember the days where we wouldn't see moves like this for a week. When's the last time the Qs were moving in 2 point increments? I mean, these are 2 point candles. It's pretty wild, man. Hey, UVXY is back below where I sold it. Hey, what do you know? Q's almost green. Damn, did the market crash today? This is what keeps me coming back. Seeing things I've never seen before. Today I saw a lot of things I've never seen 4 straight hours of selling. I've seen the market crash. I've never seen it was we had this one attempt to rally, and then it was basically 9:30 to 12:30, which is not 4 hours because I don't know how to do math. It's 3 hours. Basically 3 hours of just every little turn was met with a smackdown. But I'm telling you, this comeback today kind of, I don't want to ruin it for everybody, but tomorrow's not going to be as awesome as it would have been if we would have stayed down today. Because tomorrow the squeeze would have been sweet. Couple of more takeaways from today. Today's lows are now your generational lows until they're broken. Not joking, not trying to be funny there. If the Qs are ever below 334.15, we are going to go down another 10% from there. If we're ever near 334.15 and we hold, that's now the generational low. That's going to be the greatest tradable bottom ever in the history of mankind. If UVXY is ever above 22.39, and I mean ever, if you ever see UVXY above 22.39 and you're still long the market, you are going to get destroyed. So a lot of takeaways from today: significance, levels, capitulation, overbought, oversold. We are green across the board, people. We are green across the board. There is no God. There is no God. We are green across the board. Dow Jones, SPY, QQQ are green across the board. There is no God. If you were wondering, there is no God. That's right. Wow. Wow. Somewhere, my father is laughing hysterically at me because he knows I probably want. He knows I was calling my father to like rub it in his face, saying, "Oh, I told you should have sold." Meanwhile, once again, Big Al prevails. Never sell. The market never goes down. Even when it does go down, it doesn't go down. This is incredible. This is absolutely incredible what we're witnessing right here collectively as human beings. We are witnessing a miracle here. This is like if you believe in the walking on water thing, you're seeing it right here. This is better than walking on water. This is proof that we are maybe living in some sort of simulated reality that will never ever you'll never convince me that we are living in this is not reality. This is some sort of fabrication. This can't possibly be reality. No way. Meanwhile, these guys are clueless. Holy shit. Now you understand my former self, right? Normally I'd be short at the lows still, thinking, this is bullshit. Wow. I didn't think we'd get a V bottom today. I didn't. I thought we'd have a pretty sweet 10-point bounce. And then when that was over, I thought we'd meander and then start, you know, coming up with new ranges and levels to be concerned about. I am absolutely flabbergasted, really. I'm almost speechless. Actually, I am speechless. If today marked the bottom of the market, uh, I'd actually now that we've rallied 20 points off the lows, I got to think tomorrow's going to be the worst day ever. We're just going to chop around. Like we've rallied more today than we've done over years. Think about what we've done today alone. 2015 didn't do that. 2015 we stayed in like a tight trading range. We just went from the lows to the highs of that entire range all in one day. I mean, I don't think I have the words. And if you didn't witness it, and if you aren't familiar with the market, you really can't appreciate what we witnessed today. Just think of it this way: there were times where the market moved in such a range today that there's years where we don't move this much, and we did it all in one day. Years, 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 decade. You guys traded in the 80s? Anybody that old? You guys remember 1982 to 19 what was it 1982 to 1987? Remember after the crash? You guys remember 1988 to 1992? You guys remember that? You guys remember 1988? Anybody remember 1988? A young Jesus Jones was just forming. New Age was getting popular. Right here, right now. The market already moved. Seriously, the market moved today more than it's moved. More than it's moved from 1988 to basically 1992. We've moved more today than we've done in decades. That's how big the range was today. It's insane. And you know what today was also, kids? This was the Warlock retirement day. Yeah. So if anybody's wondering what I'm in, the answer is nothing. Nothing. And it's going to stay that way until Halliburton, or I'm sorry, until IBM numbers come out. If IBM moves tomorrow, maybe I'll trade IBM. But I'm on a spirit walk of the mind right now. Because this market made a fool of me. Because it was like it knew. Look at this little bitch complaining. Let's rally the market to make it really that much worse for him. And it was just like right on cue. And this is why you let emotions get in the way and you leave this kind of a day. I mean, you thought I left some money on the table on the short side? Think about how much we rallied today. Where's my boy Mark? Mark, how much were the 340 calls when the Qs were at 335 this morning? $1? But what I want you guys to do for fun is go back and just pick any random 50 stocks. 50 is too many. Let's go random 20 trade, 20 symbols, right? Any 20 stocks, not indices or short ETFs, 20 random symbols, put them on the charts and look at what happens when they broke VWAP. I'll do it for you right now. Well, you guys can't see me on YouTube, but you ready? Give me a random symbol. Anybody first, any random number. Give me random stocks. UA, Under Armour, right? Okay, Under Armour. If this was your first day trading, all right, a little choppy. So over the VWAP, over the range, you would have had to buy it right there. 1584 got you 1650. Pfizer. Pfizer just now became a buy. Look at that. Late day VWAP break at 50.90, you got paid $1. Nice. Let's see if DWAC participated, that crazy stock. Not so much, but if you bought the VWAP break, at least you got paid a couple of pennies, a couple of points. What else you got? Qualcomm and DraftKings. DraftKings was really nice, actually, because it was coming off 52-week all-time lows, which was incredible. This was a clean break earlier. 1824 got you $20. The 340 calls, yeah, my friends in them. What were they at? 80 cents? 80 cents to $8? Yeah, that's ain't bad. Oh, 80 cents to $15. I meant to say. It's only 17 and a half times your money. Cool. Hey, by the way, my friend who's out there who sold the September 250, did you sell another one today? Because now you're making money. Congratulations. Because I know that was your plan, right? You sold one, and then the idea was maybe the market gets hammered. And remember, I told you the market was going to get hammered. You didn't have to sell them that day. We were looking to get $5 for them. Where are they now? September 250s. What are we in at? We're in at $5. Where are they? 650. You know what the high was today? It really wasn't that bad, actually. I think it got up to what? 10? 9? I don't know. Who knows? Bed Bath & Beyond? Sure. Take a look. BBBY is one of the first ones that started getting over the VWAP. 1278. Well, basically, if I was a betting man today, I would be dead. Because if you said, if you had a gun to my head and you said, any chance the market going green? I would say, put a bullet in my head if it goes green. I'd be dead. And that's why commentary, worthless. Opinion, worthless. Thoughts, worthless. Thinking, worthless. You know what's now how you make money trading? Do what you see. Are the stocks breaking VWAP? If the answer is yes, buy them. Especially on a day where there's extreme volatility. Once you get over the VWAP and then you go over, usually it's just a nearby recent range where you couldn't get over. Here, look at Bed Bath and Beyond. Once you tested the VWAP and you got back over the range, there was no looking back. This was a day where if it didn't open up your eyes, opinions mean nothing. Education means absolutely nothing. Fundamental analysis, once again, proved that means nothing because if you noticed, every single stock in every industry across the board, all were doing the same exact thing, disproving individual fundamental analysis has any bearing on any of this. They're all running together, which proves my theory that we're just trading on one big algo. Because if there was individual reasonings behind these names, not everything would move with each other. This coming in from Solid Jello, I'm just hearing something. Wait, Goldman Sachs saying things might be getting worse after they put out a buy recommendation across the board on December 27th, and the market crashed. Today they got bearish. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's pretty damn funny if it's true. This just in. This just in, my friend 8Ball saved the entire market. You know, and the whole day I'm thinking, if I could just catch the turn, I'll just hold in case we rally. 9 minutes made the entire difference. It was a 9-minute window today where I basically fucked my whole life. It's amazing. So when I do build that time machine, it's just I got to remember these moments. There's one key moment when the Yankees were up 3-0 on the Boston Red Sox, and I said, I got this sneaky suspicion that the Red Sox are going to win 4 in a row unprecedentedly and beat the Yankees here to break the curse. And then it happened. I'd like to go back because that's really one of those pivot points of my life. That's when I really started to think I had magic powers. And then today, oh my God. Now, let's take the over under. Does my dad even know what happened today? Did he open the computer, see the market down, buy more? Didn't do anything at all. I'm going to say didn't even look, doesn't even care because he doesn't sell anyway. Oh no. I bought prematurely. No, I was buying stocks. You guys want to see the worst trade of my life? Here it is. I bought Roblox, even though it's called Roblox. I bought Roblox at 61.60, and I gave myself a stop at. Wait a minute. I bought it at six. No, sorry, because I bought it at 61.75, and I gave myself a stop at 60.75. You want to see the worst trade of my life? There it is. No, not the worst trade of my life. Getting crushed by Space Short for close to 100K, and then watching the stock drop to $8. That's still the worst trade of my life. But today was a close runner-up. I like talking about my miserable trades. Helps me learn. But what did I learn? I learned that I shouldn't sell it all at one price, right? For some reason, I decided to put a stop on the whole thing because when you're picking bottoms, usually if you're wrong, you got to get out. But did it break another new low, Kenny? Did it? Did it break another new low? No, you just got jiggled. If I would have gave myself another 30 or 40 cents, and if I would have split my stops into 500 share increments, Woody would have gone right to the police. If Woody had gone straight to the police, none of this would have been happening. But I decided to sell my entire position at one price. And then the ego being bruised and letting my emotions take hold, I decided to not get back in 6 minutes later when I realized, hey, you know what? It looks like it's getting better now. Maybe I should buy it back. And then my other side of my brain said, oh, no, what if it doesn't work again, Kenny? Oh. And then it broke back above 62.78. You see, there's the double ass crack. Then the VWAP break. And that was when I was begging everybody here, please buy the stock. Hey, man, at least you guys, Maureen, I hope you made money. No, it's okay. Let me be misery. Let me be miserable. I stay more focused when I'm miserable. It's all right. It's all right. I'm smiling now. I feel better about it, right? It's like, when you gotta puke it up. Just puked my life up today. It's great. It's a clarifying moment. It's a cleansing moment. It's good for everybody. It's good for the soul. Am I crying yet? I tried to force a cry earlier. But I'm telling you, if I would have barked it out 20 minutes prior to me crying or almost crying, my whole day would have been different. I just couldn't shake the frustration of not coming in with the position I promised myself I'd be in. And what did I do? I blew the day because the day turned out to be phenomenal. I'm over it now. I feel better talking it out, right? This is my therapy session, Maureen. Plus, you know what? Other people appreciate that the master can have a 2-day ass raping like this. Because that's what it was. No, actually, it's not the money I lost. Losing money was absurd today. But not being in that move, it's because I fell asleep. You know what? You want to know the best trade I made? Here. See this trade? Look at this. Look at this trade from last night. At 6 p.m. last night, it all started so well. You had a little capitulation candle on the VWAP on the NQ futures, and then it broke the VWAP, and then it broke the range. I had one contract. I made 50 points in like an hour. It's pretty exciting. If I wouldn't have had to fall asleep, I would have been rich. Because look at that move. They knew exactly when I was going to sleep. I was up till 1. If I could have stayed up till 4, normally 4:30. But today's a good day, man. I mean, it's just I don't know how to be. I don't know how to be. That's why I was like, Money Map Press people have never seen me like this before. I don't know how to be. I am a miserable fucktard, really. Wait, that's not a dog. It's a wolf. Where's your Alcoa? Oh man. Yeah, so there you go. Let's go. Let's get right back into it. Let's go IBM, right? IB freaking M. Woo! What do we got tonight? Starting with tonight's sit. The leads are weak. There's a stock called Hope. That would be funny today to trade. Is there a faith stock? Hope. Hope Logitech, Logi, Logitech, Logitech, Logitech. Not much going on there. IBM. IBM, everybody's very excited about IBM. Steel Dynamics, thank you, Maureen. STLD, which will go hand in hand with US Steel. Oh, wow. Steel Dynamics is a $50 stock. I thought this was like an $8 to $10 stock. I got to call my dad. I got to hear. I got to know if he even looked. So what do you think he's going to say? Why? What happened? Why? What happened? No, I didn't see it. What'd you do? Or they're just not even home. I think they're on that COVID cruise. He knows it's me. He isn't even picking up. I'm telling you, he probably doesn't even know what happened. It's right. Because he doesn't care. Dad, do you know that your portfolio had a $1.3 million swing today? Did it? That's about accurate, actually. Actually, that's probably right on point. He was probably down about 1 mil at one point today and made it all back. That's exciting. Hi, Mr. Glick, it's your broker. Yeah, I'm not your broker. Big Al, we're all concerned. Did you see the mark? Wait, we have 3 questions that need to be answered. Did you see what was going on in the market today? Okay. Did you react? Did you react to what was going on? And Big Al, you're the greatest trader. He started buying stocks at 2 o'clock. Wow. I was calling you to rub it in your face for not listening to me. All right, you're the best trader on earth. I knew you probably were buying something. Yeah, I was panicking and crying in front of a live studio audience. It was great. Wow. I cannot believe it turned around either. I cannot believe what I'm looking at. All right, congrats. I love you. I'll speak to you later. No, I've lost all my bets. You're the greatest. You should have called me and told me not to panic and buy something. Yeah, I know. All right, what did you buy? You bought Q's or tech? Right. All right. Oh man, it was awesome. Yeah, I'll call you later. I'm just gonna wrap up the day. All right, love you. Bye. Of course. He bought late. He bought it too. That's hilarious. It's hilarious. Big Al bought the Q's at 2 o'clock. What price did he get? You know what it is? If you're stable at two, the way he used to trade, he's a fun kind of guy. If the fundies are buying late in the day, usually the market will sustain around. Look at that inadvertently. Where did he buy 2 o'clock? Unbelievable. He's the greatest. Nah, it was actually a top tick at one point. Look at that. Look at 2 o'clock. He actually top ticked it, but he still wound up, but he didn't sell it. He just accumulates. He's an accumulator. He's a hoarder of the cues. Wow. Oh my God. I'm an embarrassment to myself today. Sick. Big Al bought the cues, man. But now, see what he won't do. So let's say he bought some more at 347. Sell something. He never sells. All he does is buy. He never sells. Actually, well, that's not true. He sold that Pfizer the worst time ever. So, yeah, man, what a day. So, predicting a crash, and I actually missed most of it. And then it came all the way back. So, did I miss it at all? I don't even know. It's like I haven't missed anything. And then we are here. And then nothing, none of them. Now the illusion has been met by reality. Where are we now? I don't know. So, what do we do next? Who cares? I don't know, but I'm done making commentary. The move I was waiting for already happened. So, poof. It's a brand new market. It's a brand new day. We all are back to just being day traders again. Congratulations. I got to tell you what this market did today was, man, if those lows don't hold from today, you are now definitely in a bear market. So, holy moly, moly, moly. Moly, 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 mole. So, wow. Yeah. Just, again, my stress relief is this moment right here. Just keep talking it out and then pass out. I'm just going to keep talking until I just fall asleep. Yeah, this was one of the craziest days in I think in history. I again absolutely shocked that we closed green. But that's what happens when you get the capitulation. We capitulated, we rallied, and it was that moment of truth. That two basically the fact that we rallied back at 250, that was the major faux show bro of the day. Right here, when it starts to roll, you see how it broke down? There's no way until 6 minutes later did you think we weren't about to start rolling over. Look at that. Look at that one little wick. Ha! That was the wick that changed it all. Hmm. So if that was the crash, now what, right? That's the question. And I won't answer that question because I have no idea. I just cared about the Qs getting to 328. I was 6 points away from being having the sickest call. I don't know what to even think right now. But congrats if you just follow the market. Today was one of those days where, man, less thinking, more doing. Less thinking, more doing. I scared myself out of my favorite trade. Like I waited and waited and waited and waited to buy AFRM and RBLX. I basically scared myself out of these trades. Because if you liked it at 91 and now the stock's at 60, come on, make a stand, Kenny. No. You liked it at 110. You said you'd be screaming if it gets down 50 at $50. There it was at 50. What am I doing? Staring at it. I don't know, but if Russia's invading, I'm keeping all my weapons nearby lately. I don't know. It's not like Russia's showing up at my door, but man, I swear to God, I was prepared for all hell to break loose. I thought there'd be fire bombings. I thought all hell was going to break loose. I thought today would be the day of days, and it just became the greatest day. It's incredible. What's the Fed going to do, right? What's going to happen next? I don't know. I feel this is the first time in a long time I really don't have an opinion. And that's a good thing. My opinion got in the way. My disbelief of a rally today basically got in the way of one of the sickest squeezes. I don't think I've ever seen 20 points off the lows, right? 20 points off the lows on the Qs ever? Insane. How'd you guys do, huh? Everybody all right? How'd everybody else do? I know I blew it. What about you guys? Bring out your dead. I'm not dead yet. 2 days pay? I lost about 13 days pay today, maybe more. Everything was on sale, so I bought everything. That's a good attitude. That is a very good attitude. I was 9 minutes away from having the greatest day of my life. 9 minutes. Because when the market sold off for 3 straight hours from 9:30 basically to 12:30, I was like, all right, we got to turn. I know I tried my luck playing a little bottom and I got beat. And I was like, all right, we're going to turn soon. And then it starts to turn without me. And I decided to give it a moment to see. And then I was like, oh God, I don't want to chase. Oh man, we're breaking VWAP. I gave it a shot. I made some money and then everything took off. Yeah, I don't think the bloodbath, I mean, the bloodbath part, we just did it and saw it happen. Now that the market's rallied so much, if I had, again, gun to my head, I have to say we're going down. Not financial advice. We're getting YouTube rumors. Wait, YouTube rumor. I like a YouTube rumor. Hood takeout at 30 bucks. By who? It doesn't matter. I'm trying to think what other day. There was another day, and I think it had to do with Crimea River. There was one of there was a capitulation day during the height of the pandemic where we had a 6,000 point reversal on I think. We had a massive gap down. I remember there was a coup in Turkey, and for some reason the futures dropped off the face of the earth, and then they came screaming back. No, I think this is still 242. We're never meeting. I don't even know if I have a job anymore. I think I might have scared people today. By the way, it's never about me ever again. By the way, you could now all the people on the internet are right. I am a loser. VWAP is the only thing that matters now. Today was that day. My opinion means squadoosh. Today is VWAP. Today is a new holiday. Today is VWAP Vindication Day. You could have bought anything at VWAP today and made a month's worth of money. That is not even an understatement. Right. Ukraine, Russia. It's the same story for 12 years now. But who cares? VWAP breaks. VWAP breaks. Anybody trade VWAP for the first time today? Anybody? Any VWAP rookies out there? Anybody? See how important it is now? Break on the way down, hammered. Start to rally, gets back over the VWAP, cover, go long. Nice. You know, I should have checked if this was loaded. By the way, you gun owners out there, you know you should always check every gun just in case somebody's coming to your house and loaded a gun. Oh, man. I'd like to just go back 12 hours and start this whole day over again. That's a good comment too. PLTR. Nobody knows what they do. Just buy the stock. Did that stock go under $10 yet? PLTR. Oh, almost 11.75. Dag. But I'll tell you, let's talk reality for 1 second before I go take a Calgon bath and open a vein. Opinions mean nothing. Here's your IBM. Let's get rid of this. This is an anomaly candle. You guys want to have an IBM trade for tomorrow? I'll show you what you're going to do. Ooh, it's right there right now. Look at that. Top of the candle, 135.58. Bottom of the candle, 135.60. Bottom of this candle, 135.56. Bottom of this candle, 135.75. Bottom of this candle, 135.83. Divide those by 4, and then if it breaks it, short it, which is happening right this second. Short IBM. There you go. Let's make all of our money back in one trade. Yeah, 2,000 shares of IBM short right here. Let's go. Aftermarket trading at its best. Don't anybody do this. Well, you could short it if you want. I'm just saying, don't do 2,000 shares. More importantly, if it's up at these levels tomorrow, let's say it doesn't break down right now, which it probably will. That's going to be our range for tomorrow, right there. This little spot right there. So what price was? Ooh, look at that little wick. Was that a 135 wick? Boom. We're set up for tomorrow. You see what it just did? It broke the range, but it held the 135 and bounced. Tomorrow, IBM, if it's breaking 135, somebody call me. Oh, don't call me. Just go into my account and just short me 3,000 shares of IBM at 135. You ready? My account is E-Trade. My login name is Lucille Ball, and my password is McGillicuddy555. Go ahead. Take my account. You'd probably be better off. I'd be better off with you trading it. Somebody just wrote that down. Wait a second. Is he being serious? McGillicuddy555. Come on, IBM. Sell off. Got my life on the line here. Got my money on it. They call me capricious. They call me a playboy. I got my own money in it. The Hercules will sell. What? Sorry. having a aviator moment. Hey, way of the future. Way of the future. Come on, IBM. Somebody slam this thing, would you? Come on, IBM. Roll over, you bitch. Come on. Come on, baby. Why am I trading aftermarket? You know, I don't have 2,000 shares of IBM, right? I'm goofing around, but I have something. I probably should cover it right here. Ah, you bastard. Thought we were onto something there. Aftermarket bullshit trading. Oh, man, I am going to have some fun now. I feel like a new person. Maureen, I'm reborn. I'm reborn hard, Maureen. Tomorrow's a new day. I need a cleansing. Know what I'll do tonight? I think I might get like, what is that? An enema? Yeah, go full cleanse. Get a nice coffee enema. Take a bath. Colon blow. Yeah, there you go. Speaking of blow, I'll be at exit 58 on the Garden State Parkway for the next 3.5 hours if anybody needs me. I got to make this money back somehow. Oh, I just lost $1. Oh, man, I don't want to leave. I just want to hang forever. I never want to leave. I never want to shut the computer. I just want to stay here until somebody knocks me out. I haven't been knocked out in a while. I biffed to the head. What? All right. I think it is time to go. You guys want to hang out tomorrow? Same bat channel, same bat time. Market gaps down tomorrow, starts to go green. The bull market's back on. Market gaps up, starts to roll over. Bear market's back on. I'm telling you, that's how pivotal this day. That's how important this week is. But let me tell you something else before I go. If we go nowhere for the rest of the year and we stay in this range that was just formed, let's even just look at the last month on the Qs. If we stay between 390 and 334 for the next 2 years, it'll be fine for us traders. Did I bet the Bills game? No, but I did bet Brady. If you guys know about sports gambling, do you know when the Rams were up 20, I think it was 27-3, or was it 26-3? I don't remember the score. 27-3, I think it was. Got my son on the phone. I'm like, you do know you got to bet on Brady now. He's like, I already got it in. He put $70. Brady and the Bucks were getting 14.5, and you were getting plus 250 on your money. That's pretty impressive. That's just basically betting on Brady they'll make it a game in the second half. You were getting 14.5 with the Bucks, and then $100 bet you won 250. I'm in. I'm proud of my son. He put that bet in too. He also hit a 2-fighter parlay on that fight on UFC. The last 2 fights, he hit that. My son's a gambler in training. So, y'all, for your information, people, the secular bull market is far from over. Not only will we see Dow 50 thou, but Dow 100 thou no more than 5 years from now. You think? I don't know, man. Interest rates going up, the Fed easing back a little bit. I think it's going to be a little bit more difficult to go parabolic. But after we saw what happened today, just trap enough shorts and then we'll rally on the back of their broken souls, like most of this rally has been. Short covering, and disbelief. The Rams were trying to lose that game, and that's what happened at that Bills game. As much as that was an amazing game, the defense stopped. They stopped playing at the end there. Like, how are you not covering Kelsey? How are you letting players get behind you when all you got to do is keep them in front of you? Like, what was going on? It was like I was watching the Jets play suddenly. Everything that you could do wrong went wrong. Kathy Wood, what about her? She's the reason that this market crashed finally. Momentum stocks go down first, and then you get the regular stocks to start going down. Capitulation. Capitulation. Anybody think today's lows were the lows? What do you guys think? Today's lows of all time? Today's lows, temporary lows? Or we're going to crash tomorrow? What are you guys thinking? Today's lows, not the lows. We're going to have to test. I think we have to test. I would do anything for love. What? Temporary short covering? That's what I think. I think a couple of things, even though, remember, my opinion stinks. I think we will test those lows, and I think they'll actually hold. That was some significant stuff going on down there at 334 on the Qs. If we're back down there, it's going to spook people. But man, if it holds again, yeah, I felt bad. That was one of those games where you just wanted both of them to win. They were, what a game. But just like the stock market, everybody started writing Mahomes off 4 weeks into the season, right? 4 weeks into the season, maybe he's not that good. Looks like the looks like the league's caught up to this guy Mahomes. Oh, maybe it was just he had a good run. Uh-huh. That was a fake print, yeah. But that's where we're going, baby. See you tomorrow. Low is it a yay? Yeah, you think? All right. That's what makes the market go round and round. I don't know. I'm still bearish, but it's hard to be bearish after this today. You know? Well, I hope we get 3 more days. 3 more days like this. The next 3, I'll trade much better than I did today. I was just in a mood. Oh, the Green Bay game, yeah. I don't know. Did you? I mean, again, if you want to start going conspiracy, those games were so like awesome. It was almost like it was staged. All the road dogs, all the game-winning field goals, all the dramatic comebacks. It was like it was staged. It was incredible to watch. Some people actually think it was staged. Yeah, IBM's up. I'm going to short it tomorrow at 35. You think it was staged? Yeah. But how? I mean, it's too hard. Everybody'd have to be in on it, you know? Oh, Cincinnati. If Joe Burrow beats Mahomes, they're going to build a statue to that kid immediately. Cincinnati been suffering since the icky shuffle. Right, it's too many variables. We're all in on it. All right, but seriously, IBM, yeah. See that little pivot? That's where you want to short the stock. And if IBM rolls over tomorrow, and by the way, this is exactly what's going to happen. If you want an opinion, this isn't really an opinion, it's fact. You see how IBM bounced off that 135? Okay, it didn't get to the new high, so 138.45. This is your major range. And I think if IBM was to roll over, it might trigger more selling across the board. You know, I'll be looking at IBM for a short at 135 tomorrow, which will be my one trade. And then if the market starts to roll over, maybe I'll, dip in with a short on the Qs again. Or maybe I just legitimately take the next 4 days off after what I did to myself today. Hey, forget Gregory Mannarino. Goldman Sachs. Let's not forget this whole market revolves around how awful Goldman Sachs is. Because in April of 2020, Goldman Sachs came out and said, we are done. Goldman Sachs said this is going to be the worst, possibly 2 to maybe 3 years. We are broken. The market is broken, right? That's what Goldman Sachs said in April of 2020. And we had the best 2 years ever. On December 27th, Goldman Sachs comes out and says, this is not a time to panic. This is a time to pile in to equities. On December 27th, we haven't had an up day since. And I don't know if this was true, but there were rumors that Goldman Sachs was recanting their bullishness today. And then we have the biggest bounce in the history of mankind. I don't think that's true. I think my friend's just trying to make a funny story, but it might be true because it really kind of makes sense, you know? They have been wrong so much and classically wrong, just blatantly, phenomenally wrong. All right, I got to get the hell out of here and stop talking for a little while because we're just going to roll back into this tomorrow. Whew, man. You guys know where to find me. You guys know where to find me. You guys know where I'll be. Exit 58, Garden State Parkway. I'll be there at about 7:30. I'm only charging $20 a head. What? All right. I'll see you in cyberspace. Be careful out there. And remember, emotions are bad. Thinking, bad. Doing, good. Be careful out there, all right, y'all? Per head. You get it. You got the joke. See ya.